Hello Lefty Wannabes and welcome to my channel, Right Left Hand. It is day 300. Let's get started. We are on the closing of week 43, so we will write the date, the day, the sentence, both upper and lowercase 2 times, the quote, both upper and lowercase, increasing numbers, and symbols. And the sentence is, Public Junk Dwarves Quiz Mighty Fox. Again, we're writing that because it's a pangram containing all the letters of the alphabet, and we want to practice those letters in a variety of ways. So, let's get started. After I tell you what the quote is. The quote is, "He who is not a good servant will not be a good master," by Plato. All right, and we'll write the day over in the left-hand margin, day 300. And because of that, somebody is going to flip out the day. Hopefully other people flip out as well, because made it this far, you know? Whew. It's kind of hard to believe. It is the 27th. And it is the year 2017. And it's Friday. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and start with our first sentence. So this is pretty big, pretty monumental now, to see how far we've come. Like day 300, you know? It's pretty big. Pretty far. I remember hitting day 100 earlier this year. I don't remember around what time it was, but that was a pretty big deal back then. And then hitting day 200, I think it was sometime over the summer. And now we are on day 300, which is crazy to think because there's been more time since day 200 and day 300 than there will be with the end of the year. We've only got 65 days left, which is about right because we're almost done with this month, and then we have November and December left. So again, congratulations to anybody who's made it this far, and thanks for being here till day 300, and still got a few more days to go, a few more months, a few more weeks, so don't give up now. Let's get all the way to day 365. It'll be quite amazing to see what all we can do before then. But yeah, day 300. Woo! That's 3 centuries. 3 centuries of work. But anyways, I think it's something that we should all be proud of. Really, seeing a good light and be proud of, because we've done a lot by now. I don't know the numbers, but just starting from the last lesson plan, we've had the increasing numbers, and we're going to reach 1600 today. So that's one thing to think about. But we've been writing numbers almost since the beginning, so man, we've written a lot in these 300 days. It's just pretty cool to see our progression throughout time. So yeah, be proud of where you are, how far you've come, and just know that if you could write with your left hand for 300 days, practicing, and there's probably a lot of other things you can do as well. To write with other than just writing with your left hand. So hopefully this is a springboard for anybody who does do stuff or who wants to do more stuff, really. Just know that you made it this far, so it shouldn't be too hard to get to the rest of where you want to be. All right, now we'll go ahead and write the quote. "He who is not a good servant will not be a good master." So yeah, this is kind of saying, oh, I already messed up. Well, I can fix this. He who is not a good servant, yeah. But this is saying, you've got to be good listening to others in order for others to listen to you, and to know what you're doing as well. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. And I think this is important because you want to really do well while someone else is in charge of you, so that when you have the opportunity to be a boss or something, you know how to do it right. All right, I kind of squeezed that last part in there, but I think it should be okay. Now we'll write it in all caps. But yeah, it's usually harder to be, a good subordinate or like a good student, a good coworker, because if you don't agree with the person in charge, you don't want to do what they ask you to do. So sometimes that can be difficult. But that's what this is saying. If you can get through it, you'll learn how to be a good master too, or like a good boss. Because you'll know what people like, you'll know what makes them happy, different things like that. So that's always important to keep in mind as progress through your life, your career. All right, that was Plato. So now we'll move on to the numbers. We left off on 1580 last time, so we'll go 1581 all the way up to 1600. Like I was saying earlier, we've come a long way with these numbers, so that's just really good to see. Yeah, all that we've done here. And hopefully, see more in the future, more progress as well. It'll be good, and it'll be pretty big, I assume. And who knows, other people will join on this journey later, and hopefully they'll all be doing a good job as well. We'll see. But here, just finishing up the second decade of numbers. It's if you think about it in that terms in decades, wow, spent a lot of time, huh? I wrote 2 decades worth of numbers. So yeah, but sometimes that's what you need because it's the practicing. All right, and now we'll finally finish up with our symbols. So that's important because you never know when you might need these. And you can always impress your friends with these lesser used symbols and like, yeah, no, I really do know how to write with my left hand, See? Proof. I don't just write numbers and letters, I write everything with my right hand. So, yeah, that'd always be good. All right, and finally finish off with this punctuation. And there you have it, day 300, a pretty big day. We've reached day 100, day 200, and now we're on day 300. So it's been good so far, and we'll see the rest of this year. So we'll get to day 365 eventually, and that's our next milestone. Anyways, thanks for watching. Come back tomorrow and every day to practice with me. Alrighty, goodbye.